Just moments ago, President-elect Joe Biden spoke in Delaware, saying that the transition is still going well underway and that, quote, nothing is going to stop that. ABC's Faith Abube joins us now for more on this right off the top of the show. Faith, you know, Biden seemed kind of dismissive of the president's refusal to concede, even at one point laughing at the mention of Secretary of State Mike Pompeo's name. What did you make of his remarks?
Right. He sort of just shrugged it off. At this point in the transition, his administration or his team is supposed to already have access to a lot of things, including security briefings and access to money, to even office space. And right now, the Trump administration hasn't been really clear on when they plan to start that process. But when he was asked during this news conference how he feels about that, one of the sound bites that really stood out to me was the fact that the president-elect says, I'm confident that the fact that they're not willing to acknowledge we won at this point is not much of consequence in our planning and what we're able to do between now and January 20th. The president-elect basically said, you know, right now I don't have to make any specific decisions on national security. It's not until January 20th that I'll have to be making those decisions. So at this point, I wish I had this information, but I don't have it, and it's not critical right now. So he's basically forging ahead with his transition plans.
And Faith, we also heard our own Mary Bruce asking the president-elect if he's considering any legal action over the transition. And he sounded like he just said, you know, he doesn't see that as being necessary right now. Why not?
Well, we even heard from his own campaign, even as late as yesterday, saying that they plan to pursue legal action if it were to come to that. They're still hoping at this point that the Trump administration will start working with them. The numbers show that they are on track to be in the White House come January 20th. So they're hoping at some point the Trump administration will come around and start this transition process. But so far, there's no indication of that. In fact, you talked about the Secretary Pompeo just saying that he looks forward to the Trump administration transitioning back to a second term, which is really alarming because that's not what the numbers show. The Trump administration continues to refuse what the actual numbers are showing and what the results are showing so far. And the Republicans on Capitol Hill are also, they seem to be supporting this idea that this election is not over just yet. At this point, again, millions of dollars of congressionally appropriated funds are supposed to be going to the Biden campaign right now to start this transition, and so far that hasn't happened just yet. We're waiting to see when that process will start playing out.
Yeah, Biden also sounded like he was pretty satisfied with how those legal proceedings are going so far, with so many of them getting thrown out of court anyway. But Faith, you know, despite the whole back and forth, various foreign leaders have already reached out to the president-elect to offer their congratulations to Biden. What have they been saying?
Well, most notably, he's already heard from the British Prime Minister, Boris Johnson, who is considered an ally of President Trump. That conversation lasted about a half hour. And in that conversation, they talked about continuing to build on this relationship, this longstanding relationship between the UK and the US. And they want to talk about increasing trade and also talking about security moving forward. They even brought up NATO. And Boris Johnson even took a step further by inviting the president-elect to a climate summit that is happening next November in the UK. So it seems like world leaders are already recognizing the impending Biden administration, but here at home, Republican leaders have yet to do so.
All right, Faith Abube for us in Delaware. Thanks, Faith.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.